Here, when the governor releases her budget, there are questions, there are concerns. Buses usually travel to Albany as concerned citizens, groups, lobbyists. They go to make a point that funding that they are or are not receiving doesn't satisfy the needs of those they serve. Well, this year, Governor Hochul's budget is $233 million. People Inc., which serves people with disabilities and special needs, depends on state funding. And joining me live in studio right now is the president and CEO of People Inc., McCaffrey. Thank you so much for joining us on the 5:30 today.
Thank you.
I know that you all will soon be going to Albany and you're getting a bump in funding, but it's not enough. Explain why that is.
That's right. So this year, right now in the governor's budget, there's a 1.5% rate increase for us. But we're coming off of almost 10 years of no increases for many years. The last 2 years, the governor did include us in her budget, and we're looking for more than the 1.5. It really is just not enough for our employees to keep up with inflation and increasing wages. So we're looking for an increase. We really need 3.2% plus a wage enhancement for our staff.
That's interesting. You have something called a direct support professional. What is that? And I also want to know, does that have any impact on the houses that you have? You have a lot around Western New York. Could any of them close as a result of this budget?
So we have about 150 group homes throughout Western New York, and a direct support professional is someone who cares for people living in those residences and also in our day programs. So it's hygiene, it's food preparation, it's taking care of their basic needs, and it's such an important, critical position for people to get the services that they need. This year, unfortunately, we did have to close 2 homes that were in more rural areas, but we're really looking at it due to the staffing. You know, it's about wages, it's about staffing, and if we don't have adequate staffing, it's impossible to provide the care. So we're really looking for that increase so we can keep our wages up with inflation.
When you talk about closing homes, especially in the rural areas, that's definitely a hit. They're already hit hard enough. Could we see more homes close?
We hope not. I mean, we're working really hard to provide as much employee engagement as we can, but it's about the wages. It's really important, and sometimes we've got staff working more than one job, and it's critical for them to be able to rely on our employment as their source of employment.
Are there any other projects that could be jeopardized by not having enough funding?
You know, we really have to take every year, year by year. All the services we provide are based on Medicaid rates from the state, and that's nursing care and rehab and day program services, so many essential care services for the people with intellectual and developmental disabilities that we serve.
You're going to Albany. When are you going, and what is going to be that straightforward message that you want to send to lawmakers as well as the governor?
So February 11th, we'll be there, and we'll be working with our other providers to really push for that 3.2% increase plus the wage enhancement and ask for the services that our people desperately rely on.
And do you think they will hear you loud and clear?
I hope so. Our local senators and assemblymen have been listening, have been very engaged. They hear us, they know the need, and we're all working towards getting that increase.
If you don't get the increase, what happens?
We're really just stuck without being able to increase wages, and that's so critical right now. We have about 4,000 employees, and we're an economic engine in the community, and for us to continue providing these essential services, we've got to have wages that keep up with the times.
And we are seeing the need for homes for the disabled and dealing with the people that you care for more and more now than ever before.
That's right. We have people who are very medically complex, lots of behavioral challenges, and it's a demanding job, and we really need the wages to stay current with that.
People need to be paid. McCaffrey, President and CEO of People Inc., thank you so much for joining us on the 5:30 today. We really appreciate it. And we'll find out from you what happens when you go to Albany on February 11th.
Appreciate it.
All right.